What'd you do when you forgot your lunch lesson?
Well, I went and saw Mary in confession. She gave me some popcorn.
Yo, MP, let's go. Let's keep this winning streak going.
Of the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Phoenix Suns against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And now a chance to look here at the race for Rookie of the Year. Halfway through the season, these are the top rookies so far. You look at prime time. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Totally agree. It's taken him only about half the season to show he is going to be a force and a face in the NBA for a long time.
And now the opening line of Phoenix. The wing pair we'll be seeing is Beal and Allen. Up front, Durant plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Booker in at the 1. And for the Warriors, in at small and power forward, it'll be Wiggins and Green. And Tyler's out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. Here we are, Brent, right in the middle of the season now. How do players stay mentally sharp during this time of year?
Well, it's really coming down to a lot of what the support staff can do for your team. Physically, you want to be in the best condition you can. So are you getting your massages? Are you taking care of your treatments? Are you getting in the weight room to make sure your body is not atrophying in any way? You keep that strength that you put on in the off season. All these little things add up to you maintaining a level of performance and consistency that your teammates and yourself can rely on, Kevin.
Now here's Wiggins, and the shot goes in.
Wiggins at his size has the ability to post like that and take it to the rack.
Pass to Nurkic. To the inside. Outside for Beal. Booker outside. Three off the mark. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. Their plan, such as it is to make Kevin Durant uncomfortable, force him to take shots instead of giving him the ones he wants. Coach said it's obviously easier said than done, but if you let Durant get hot, forget about it. It can take over an entire game. We'll see if they can execute defensively. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here's Beal. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Now here's Booker. After the miss from Primetime, got that bucket in no time at all.
Devin Booker lethal on the pull-up jump shot. Loves going to this shot when the D is not paying any attention.
From the corner. That one wide left.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable. And he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Here's Primetime. Goodbye, KD. Primetime's shot is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Booker, and he banks in the layup.
You have to be alert if you're guarding Devin Booker. He's terrific at cutting apart the defense with the dribble move.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's ready to talk things through.
It's all you, MP. You got this.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Trailing by 2, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. The performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, and they didn't get, like, blown out in that game, but it felt deflating, and it felt like they got crushed. They could not get anything going, no matter who they had out on the court.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Tyus Jones out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Plumlee. Then it's Bol. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a big story. Shams, what do you think?
Well, guys, after getting swept in the first round last season, everyone around the league had a sense that changes were coming in Phoenix. And now a new coaching staff led by Arizona native Mike Budenholzer, but also finally getting point guards in Tyus Jones and Monte Morris on value deals. They aim to do better this season. And guys, they have that talent with the big three of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Brad Beal.
Looking for a bit of redemption. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Primetime in the last game against Oklahoma City was all business. He had 34 points and hit a few threes, which helped his team spacing. The opposition couldn't stop him all night. He certainly had them figured out on the offensive end. See if he can do it again. Kevin?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, he was sensational the other night, making play after play after play.
And that's what you want. Not only was the effort there, but how about the production as well?
Well, he can do a lot of different things, so he falls into these different roles. Which will it be tonight?
The Warriors have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And he knocks down the first one. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. That's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. To the paint. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 4 points at the basket from Bradley Beal.
Well, Bradley Beal can mix it up offensively, and he gets to the inside this time to score.
Now here's Wiggins. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And it's prime time missing.
His touch from mid-range, and that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to Bull. Here's Booker, and the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And here's another update on the All-Star voting. Just a couple of days left now to cast your ballot.
Yeah, and it's coming down to the wire now, Kevin. A tense time for some of these players.
You take a look at KD. He has a huge vote total right now. Number 3, in fact, among Western Conference players.
And looking more and more like he'll be a starter. And that's really a tribute to the work he's put in this season. He's earned each and every one of those votes.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. And it's blocked. Oh, here we go with Green. Nobody down. Moving it up. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Suns trail by 6. Lets it go from deep. And there's Booker on the assist from KD. Booker's got 7.
And when Booker's connecting from deep, this offense goes to another level. Good to see him drain that.
He gets it in there.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark. Kevin Durant is both prolific and great efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Green kicks to Curry. A baseline check. Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Primetime. Up and in on the layup. Primetime's got 12 now in this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And some changes here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Buddy Hield comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Curry. And for the Suns, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Plumlee. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Tyus Jones. Now here's Nurkic. Still without a basket. Durant, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost tied.
Here's Primetime. Rebounded by Allen. Suns trail by 5. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Using his length inside, Durant.
Kevin has been around the league a long time, so super smart around the basket to rise up and finish.
Here's Primetime, and he goes in for the jump.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Pass to Beal. Fires from 14. The shot wasn't.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Warriors lead by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Thank you.
They've been getting to the line a lot. I mean, fearless at the offensive end. You like guys who are willing to throw their bodies around.
Now let's change gears and talk a little bit about all-star voting. And that is a wrap. Now let's send.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from primetime.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Curry is out there at prime time, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Now here's Curry. Scoreless thus far. The three-pointer no good. For 3, Booker nails the 3. So confident.
And that's a deep make from Booker. From the jump, he's been a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league. So impressive.
Got a piece of it. Beal with the steal. For the lead. And he hits it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Booker's got the lead up to 2 now for the Suns. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Beal. Primetime, the pass to Curry. And they get it. Rebound by the Suns. KD's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Nurkic setting the pick for Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Timeout. They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And the Warriors. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So it's Phoenix now.
Get him out.
And here's Jones.
Stay there.
It's Allen on the wing. From the arc. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Suns.
Hey, yo, help him out, man.
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. They're going with Booker and Allen on the wing. Hole is out there with Plumlee, and it's Jones in at the point. So it's the Warriors now. Devin Booker missing his last shot. It's stolen by Jones. And the call will be against Primetime. That's foul number 2 for him. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Buddy Hield. Here's Jones. Over in the corner, Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Plumlee sets the pick for Allen. The good-looking shot from the wing.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Here's Primetime. No good. Shot missing. Suns leading by 10. Booker outside. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
And that one drops for him. And that's now 24 points for prime time.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Pass to Bull. And here is Allen. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Prime time. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. That's now 26 points for prime time.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Draymond Green. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Phoenix also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for Bull. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Jones. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Ulmer. David?
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. He's doing a good job getting his look, so keep taking it. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Booker. The Warriors making the shot. Fantastic finish by Booker.
Oh, man, been real fun watching Devin Booker tonight. One of the true elite scorers we have in the game.
Here's prime time. Can't hit from in close. Phoenix leading by 11. And they double up Allen. And the call will be against prime time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. No good from Booker. Golden State running out of time. Here's prime time. Goes up on the wing. Phoenix grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside. Durant rising up.
A lot of years behind Kevin Durant, but that doesn't mean he's still not going to get up.
Kuminga the pass to prime time. Back to Kuminga. Golden State moving it around. To the middle. Here's prime time. Oh, there's the one-handed jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Booker. Booker soaring in.
And Booker just keeps taking him. He's a scoring machine.
Here's prime time. He's covered by Beal. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kuminga.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Phoenix.
And the big difference here was accuracy from 3-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
It's Durant on the wing. Back to Beal. Pass to Allen. Now, here's Nurkic. Double team on Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Beal taking his time here. And again, it's the Suns missing. Beal with the steal. And the call will be against prime time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. So it's the Suns winning easily here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is...
Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Get the popcorn ready. It's game time.
Fans live for games like this one.
Oh, say does that.
The NBA on 2K Sports, presenting an exciting Monday night game. This is Brian Ant. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Wendell Carter.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
All right, Grant, as we get geared up for the home stretch, what are you looking for right now?
Well, B.A., health is number one for me. What teams have their full allotment of players is key. As we head to the playoffs, it's about attrition. Which team can stay healthy?
So we'll look at our starters for Orlando. It's Suggs and Anthony at the 1 and the 2. Then Carroll and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Howard in at the 3 spot. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first run.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Carter, a screen on Kuminga. And Carroll passes to Carter. Out to Anthony. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Golden State. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant. Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
What a fantastic second year for Paolo Banchero, Grant. A bona fide all-star in Orlando.
Yeah, only their second all-star over the last decade. Paolo was incredible during the playoffs, averaging 27, 9, and 4. That playoff experience is big for him going forward.
Here's Primetime. That three's off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Working off the ball. Anthony looking comfortable from that spot.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. And here's Curry. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Phoenix.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Here's Primetime. He's covered by Suggs. Pass to Primetime. And he gets the bucket. Primetime's got his second basket.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, Primetime in their last time out against the Suns played some superb basketball. He finished with 30 points, and he was able to provide some stout defense on that end of the court, too. He had more than his fair share of ink on the scoreboard. I'm sure he wants to repeat that tonight, too, guys.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you. He was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now, he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role. Well, look, this is a guy who uses his physicality.
All right, MP, get back in there.
Orlando leading. All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. The tandem is 1 and 2, Black and Harris. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Wagner. And it's Howard in at the small forward. Isaac for 3, counted from distance. Isaac's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is why so many love Isaac. Almost 7 feet tall, able to space the floor, too, with his 3-point shot.
Wiggins passes to Primetime. Good on the shot. Primetime's got 6.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Screen coming. Now Harris. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Black. To the inside. Here's Wagner. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Warriors trail by 3. Takes it inside. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Walker with a screen. Harris passes to Howard. Isaac outside. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
All right, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Kaminsky.
Yeah, that's just great team basketball. Harris with the fantastic pass to the open man.
Here's Primetime. He's got 9. Right side, Kuminga. Gets stolen by Isaac. To the middle. Wagner against Kuminga. Pass to Houston. Here's Black. Isaac outside. Shot clock at 6. Lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, B.A., they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Hank Carroll comes in for Houston. Here's Primetime. Carter by Hank Carroll. Nice D from Wagner. Magic leading by 3. And Carroll passes to Black. Curry with a steal. Wiggins with it. Wagner picks him up. In transition, here come the Warriors. And here's Curry for 3. He drops it from range. Curry's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
And they swept the team last season, got the upper hand, and sustained the momentum.
Well, the disparity in talent has been clear-cut, but it's another season and another opportunity to turn the tables.
So both teams changing it up here, and with the voting just about finished, let's see who's likely to make an appearance at this year's dunk contest. This is a talented group of guys.
It certainly is, B.A., and I'm really looking forward.
We've reached halftime in this one. Warriors ahead, up 7. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. The Eastern Conference winner, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
After a while, some guys get comfortable. Now, Giannis.
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Magic.
Well, they're getting up.
Thanks for joining us. Time to...
And played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And it's the Magic with the ball. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. They're deep into a 6-game road trip. This is number 5. Wiggins and Kuminga at the forward. A lot of bounce there. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's prime time in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to miss it at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
A hallmark of this Orlando team, their defense, which led them to the playoffs last year, Coach.
Well, Brian, they were second in defensive rating. They've got great size. They're young and active. This is a great defensive team. And what's scary for the rest of the East, this team is still on the way up.
Anthony finds Banchero. Carter, a screen on Kuminga. 6 to shoot. Out to Anthony. He takes it in. Jackson-Davis grabs a miss.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Suggs against Curry. From deep. Oh, Curry showing off the range.
And when it comes to Curry's range, I don't know what else we can say at this point.
Back to Anthony. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anthony's got 9.
And that's got to be a relief. Finally getting something to go here in the second half.
Here's prime time. And a miss there on the triple. Magic trail by 10. Howard with the ball. He's got 5. Pass to Carter. Anthony with it. And here's Banchero. Back to Anthony for 3. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Here's prime time. He's guarded by Anthony. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Green's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Harris comes in for Suggs. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Looney's checked in for the Warriors.
Hey, yo, get on Gary.
Now here's Harris. He's guarded closely. Anthony outside.
Watch the screen.
Carter, the pass to Anthony. Now here's Harris. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball. And here is our race for Rookie of the Year. You can feel the excitement around this group. So much potential. Right in the thick of this season. He is the guy when it comes to Rookie of the Year. What a year he's having.
And this is the type of player you have to be excited about. There's no question he should be at the top of the Rookie of the Year rankings.
Well, no debate here. He's running away with it and looks poised for big things to come.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Carter finds Anthony. 11 feet out. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Here's Podziemski. Up again. Outside for Green. Here's Primetime. Isaac covering. Primetime passes to Looney. Here's Primetime. Off target from outside.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Isaac, the pass to Harris.
Pick up it, pick up it.
An easy 2 on the layup.
Well, he's a bigger guard at 210 pounds. Harris can mix it up in the paint.
Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Black, averaging around 5 points a game. Slammed in by Carter.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's prime time. He's got 13. Here's Green. Rebound by the Magic. Isaac's got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Here's Black. And the deficit down inside single digits.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. They have a nice 9-point cushion. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Orlando
Bring us home, MP. Oh.
The Warriors lead by 4. Down the court for the Magic. Then Carroll and Carter Jr. make up the front court. It's Suggs and Anthony at the 1 and the 2. And it's Howard in at the 3, the small forward. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And Carroll no good.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Shoots it on the high post. And he gets it to go off the front iron. And now it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen.
Inside. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. And another miss by Orlando. Here's prime time. Carter. Magic trail by 9. Pass to Howard. To the paint. Slammed in by Carter.
I like the way Carter Jr. plays. He gives you the size, and he gives you the toughness.
Primetime passes to Curry. Three-pointer. Orlando with the rebound.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
And stepping up when it's clutch time, that's a very mature play by the young Banchero.
So they foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that increases the lead to 6.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. And here are the Magic now. Pass to Banchero. To the wing, right side. There's Howard with the 3. The rebound by Wiggins. And an intentional foul right there. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And no good on the second free throw. So 0 for 2 there.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the
first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he's unable to get the second one. And so Anthony will bring it up for Orlando. Suggs, no good. Here's prime time. Nails it from beyond the arc. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they start...
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Being an all-star as a rookie is really hard. MP deserves it though. He's a really good player.
Ready to put in some work, Chris?
MP is here. Let's work on getting to your spot.
Was going in. Oh, that's too easy. Can't give me that one. Don't give me that. Yeah, that's my spot. Yeah, that's right. Don't give me those. Oh, take over. Oh. Oh, that slipped out of my hand.
Okay. I think we're making slow but steady progress, but we got a lot of work to do. See you next time.
See you next time.
feeling you, MP. Like those kicks, MP. There he is, man, the myth, the legend. What's up, MP?
Yeah, get up this alley.
You were the top rookie last month and every month.
He's about to tear it up.
Good, MP.
Welcome to 2K Sports for an... Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. We'll take a look at the Warriors. Right now they've compiled the third best record in the conference. And of course the Jazz. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And seeing where the Warriors are, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Here we go. Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Stephen Curry's out there with the Beast, and it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Jazz, sharing the wing spot, it's Clarkson and Markkanen. Then there's Walker Kessler, and it's Pickett in at the point. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Shot clock at 5. Deep 2 from Clarkson. And the Beast pulls it down. And Greg, what about MP? For the first time, he's been named an All-Star reserve.
And I couldn't be happier for the young man. He deserves a testament to his work ethic and then what a player he's become.
And Clarkson gets it to go on the assist by Markkanen.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a big story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. Now it's Curry. 9 points last game. Count it.
Just smooth execution of the pick and roll. Curry has great understanding and a ton of success running this.
Here's Pickett. Hooked away. And they're on the break. Shots good by the Beast. The Beast's got 5 now.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And let's catch up now with the terrific Shams Charania, who's got some news out of the Eastern Conference. Shams.
Thanks, guys. And the news today is with the Washington Wizards. They've made an aggressive move to bring in Mitchell Robinson. He can protect the rim and he can get out on shooters. He just has so much energy on that side of the floor. It changes what you can do defensively, and that by itself can make all the difference.
Thanks again, Shams, as always. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against Orlando was tremendous. He scored 22 points, and he capitalized quite a few times from distance, which was huge. He didn't let the losing streak get to him. In fact, he used it as motivation to get the W and break that streak. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. Win or lose, Greg, it's amazing the impact he can have on the game.
Yeah, in that last one, he was making plays all over the court. No one could match up with him.
Pretty much in attack mode the whole evening. We'll see if he plays with that same level of aggression here tonight.
Oh, taking it to the rack.
Timeout. Timeout.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And some changes here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. And Kuminga subbed in for Moses Moody. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Magic. Pass to Collins. Back to Clarkson. Driving inside. Lays it up and banks it in. 7 points in the game. So it's the Warriors now. 7-point differential. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Now Clarkson, after the missed 3 from the Beast. Here's Hendricks. Nothing on the board. Back to Eubanks. 2 on the clock. Clarkson for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Their last encounter was in the Bay Area.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
That's right. Outside Williams. Pass to Eubanks. Here's Hendricks. And he's good on the 3-ball.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
They've got John Collins. He's out there with Drew Eubanks. And Hendricks in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Here's the Beast. Carries it from 3-point range. The Beasts got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Warriors. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Utah. They trail by 7. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Target from outside. Warriors leading by 7. Pass to Podziemski. To the inside. Here's the Beast. They grab their own miss. A second chance effort. The rejection by Collins.
That's just John Collins erasing shot attempts with that long wingspan.
On the wing, Williams. Count the bucket, and he's got a
basket's good.
Coming up as well.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
The Jazz making a switch here. Juzang's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green has checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moody comes in for Hield. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now here's Williams. Cans it from downtown. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone. And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
So it's the Jazz now. After the miss from the Beast. Here's Collins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And it goes on Draymond Green. And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
Wiggins is checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. The Beast passes to Green. Here's the Beast. 14 points for him. Outside Curry. Curry! What else is new?
The threes keep coming in the illustrious career of one Mr. Stephen Curry.
Pass to Collins. Brown outside. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one...
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Jazz out in front, leading by a point. From the Delta Center, it's the NBA on 2K Sports.
Hello, folks. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So, Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously.
And let's review how things are going for the Jazz. They find themselves in a tight one here at the half.
Total team effort instead of 5 starters.
Thank you for being with us. Now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What can you say of the Beast? An impressive effort here today.
Man, he's been running wild on through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Up front, it's Green to 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Beast out there with Curry. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Here's the Beast. He's covered by Clarkson. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Markkanen finds Clarkson.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. The Warriors have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. That free throw good from the Beast. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Utah leading. They get passes to Kessler. To the paint. Looking for Clarkson. He gets it there. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Count that one. 18 points for the Beast.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
DB, one thing about Kessler, he will challenge anybody at the rim.
Yeah, there's no question, Kevin. Walker Kessler is one of those guys who's not afraid to get dunked on. He is a rim protector of the highest order. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some, but he's always going to try to do his job.
Inside Markkanen. Pass to Clarkson. And Moody pulls it down. Warriors trail by 4. Outside, Green. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Clarkson. Great D that time from the Beast.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Yep, that one goes.
You know if you're open, Stephen Curry has that team-first mentality. He will find you.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Pickett. Here's Hendricks. Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 16. 5 to shoot. To the middle. Wants to get it to Kessler and does. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Here's the Beast. Finish off the break. The Beast's got 10 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Utah calls
timeout.
timeout.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become...
Tries it through off the inbound. Collins grabs the miss.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
John Collins is out there with Drew Eubanks. Then it's Williams. And it's Juzang in at the 1. That's the group right now for Utah. Warriors leading by 4. Here's the Beast. Down low. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Kuminga the pass to the Beast. Just 5 to shoot. Healed outside. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Shot's good by the Beast.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Juzang. Pass to Eubanks. Lobbed up there for Collins. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They've led by as much as 10. To the left wing. Here's the Beast. Hands the shot from the wing. And now an 8-point Warrior lead.
And what a competitor. I mean, he's been looking for a shot all game long. He showed it almost the entire way for them offensively.
Outside Williams. And once again, off the mark by Utah.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
The Beast can't hit. Jazz has ground 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Juzang can't hit. Warriors leading by 8. Healed right side. Here's the Beast. Good. Another from 3.
Well, we expected him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him.
Timeout.
On the list of most triples in a season. The Jazz call timeout. So Utah ends up going with the new group. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Golden State. Stephen Curry comes in for Milton. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during that timeout, the coach of the Jazz talked to his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Warriors leading by 11. Outside Curry. Pass to Moody. It's tipped. Stolen by Markkanen. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. To end the cold streak, the Warriors pull it in. The Beasts got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Back to Moody. Here's the Beast.
The officials are all over that one.
He's off on the foot. No luck that time either. Jazz trail by 11. Here's Clarkson. And Moody pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The Beast passes to Curry. Cranes the three-pointer. Curry's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Pass to Clarkson. And there it is for him. Clarkson's got 21.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Warriors.
Here's the Beast. Takes it inside. Basket counts. 33 points for the Beast.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Warriors.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And they really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the Beast.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Green. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Moody. Anthony Melton in for Curry.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Collins dishes to Williams. And the Jazz can't hang on to the ball. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in.
Great win tonight, MP.